Morning sports fans, what's happening? Excuse the barnet, I've not put nothing on my hair yet, so again, I ain't got in gym again today. I'm going to go later on today. Be honest, I feel a bit under the weather. I think it's had a good training session the other day. I got quite a bit done. I'm in stores now. Got to go meet the lads very shortly. They're heading to... Where they're heading to? We're working today in Seaside Resort, so I've got to pop and see the lads. Sort out what's what. Drop a few bits off to them and I can get to one of my sites where I've got quite a bit to be on with today and stuff to be done. So we've got a busy one nonetheless, so I'm just getting loaded up now. Just saving time for lads. It's pointless all lads coming here when they're working literally about 30 miles out. So I live near the office, I'll come out, I've got to go out to them, drop the gear off, Dale can do what he needs to do, and then I can set the lads up doing what they need to do, then I'm back to on my toes doing what I need to do. So once we've got the system kind of running, it'll be pretty much straightforward. But just one of them days, bitting and batting, getting a few things done. We've got a busy one today. I've got to convert some harvest water tanks, basically, that I want a filtered system. We need to put some ball cocks in some. Reason being is the concept of flowing, so a few adjustments there. I've got to service a Wessex Modumax 100 kilowatt boiler. It keeps going off on low flame, so I need to set the readings up on that. I've got an oversink water heater to fit as well, so we have inevitably got a busy day, but that's part of the bite. It's just another day at Caprani, so keep hustling hard and we'll see you shortly.
Somewhere on here as well.
Right, George.
Yo.
What are you doing?
I need a fatter score, flathead.
Where's it not coming out?
Well, let's see how the biggest one I've got.
I'll have a look, mate. I'm at one in the van. Rip that off if you want, mate. It's fine. Fill us in what you're doing today then, George, because I'm not staying long.
Changing this toilet, and another one for the toilets, for the basins and the system.
Oh, sound. You're cracking on that, yeah? Lads are looking at the wiring from the job from yesterday, the wire plan, which had a bit of an issue on, so all's good. I'm literally just popping down now, then I'm heading to another commercial, so we're done and we're out of here. Right, so I'm out of there. Luke's just sorted out now. He's got to pop to another one of our care homes. We've got Valent, that's not working. LPG, so he's going to have a quick look at that for me. I'm pretty much presuming it's going to need a full new service kit and a few other bits. The lads have just seen Harry's van there. Harry and George are in this one, installing some toilets. They've got the sinks gone, the back them, so I bought them their gear, got set up. It's now 9:45. I'm going to head to one of our other commercial sites. I've got plenty of gear in the back of my van to be cracking on with today. I've got quite a bit to go out, so I'm going to head there now, get cracked on and get these bits smashed out, so come along for that. Right, so this is me now. So this filtration unit here fills this water for this aquatic workshop here. So the problem they've got is, literally, it just fills via that, and they'll leave it filling once it comes through. I'll turn it off now. Once it starts filling, obviously it'll just fill through, and it overflows this tank, and then the tank becomes too heavy. So what I'm going to do is incorporate a float valve to the side there, so it'll work on the floating there, so it'll fill as it needs to, and then attachment there literally just to that, which will connect to my, I think it's 6mm, that I'll just connect to the 6mm. Just makes it easier, it makes sense. We've got a filtration system there. What happens if that gets too full? They just leave it running into there because there's no way of controlling it. So we've come to a solution. I'm gonna get this cut out now. I'll get my hole drilled there, put the float valve. I just need to drain a bit of it off now and then go from there. It's not rocket science, just make sure you've got the correct hole. So once my hole's drilled, put the float valve in there. You can see now you lose a little bit of water content, but it's acting as a proper tank now. Obviously it'll just fill up via that and do what it needs to do, so it's a lot more economical than having water go down that sink, which is just a waste. That's it, in and done. These little, they don't need liners them, they're weird. This little 10mm fittings, got to swallow that line, and just go straight to a 1/2 inch connector on my valve there. I've actually moved it from there. I'm going to put an overflow in there straight into this sink. Reason being is the pipe ended up protruding, so which didn't look good. All it literally does is just trickle feed like that, so I've got another one of these to do. Obviously then as the flow reaches its level, it'll just shut itself off like that, but it literally just does a trickle feed for that waste filtration system, and that'll hold its water supply when it's not required. As you can see now, it's condensing because it's just constantly running, so it's running all the time, putting water into this butt, which it only needs, it holds 200 litre this butt, it only literally needs it about up to there, which is more than adequate, which I've got it set now, and that one's done, so job's a good one. Right, so the next one I'm on is this filtration system. So this is pretty straightforward again when you look at it. It's just a float valve angle down there. You can see there, that's constantly running. By the looks of it, yeah, it has, and it's constantly overflowing, and what's happening is just wasting water, not required. So what I'm going to do, strip that full valve down. I can get to it from this side. I can isolate, I think, there. There we go. Let's whip that off. Little makeshift thing I've made, which to be fair does the job. Whip that off. I'll do the nut there and do the full valve from there. I'll just I'll rewash the full body. Just easier to whip that full contraption out. So you see what they've done into there. They've put some like tech screws there to hold that plate in place and obviously work on the foot because that valve's knackered. You take that apart, get that repaired, and that can go back in. I think it's just a standard part 1. To be fair, bent down, but on your commercial stores, especially pumping stores, they can be a lot bigger. So I'll get that cleaned up now and get that put in there. I've got about 300 tow bags. I can bring this to the back of my van now and get it repaired and get it made up. I've got to strip that full assembly down there and do it with them tools. So I don't know if I can do this. Let's have a look. We always keep spares in the van. I need one of you because that's a little element there, and you can see the washer there. That just over time is packed in. You can see where it's been seating there, so I'll put the new one inside the cartridge there, build this back up. They're pretty straightforward, like I say. The brass will last forever, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to bother replacing it, just want a good clean, that's all. So clean it up, back together, should be good as new. So you can see now that's built up and done. Real simple process. That little lever there has 2 little lugs in there, which just makes that go backwards and forwards, so you can see it moving like that. And what it does, that there's got a cone on the end, a little nipple at the end of it. The washer rather than now it's set in there closes that off once it hits onto there. So where the lose washer? Don't know, it's gone. To make all this back up. So that's made back up now. What I need to do, make sure that's on there nice and tight, so the fab washer, as it shuts off, keeps it sealed. That's it, that's looking good. Spin the back so she's straight, and I just need to put my cap back on there. The time and place, say, I ain't got one of these in my van. I bought 2 sites then, I don't need to leave sites, so the full stripped down service. Got plenty of life in that now. New O-ring, new stuff. The brass components of the unit is working totally fine. So to me, it just makes sense to obviously be economical and save where we can. This is number 2. You can see what we've done. We've shot that literally trickle feeding in. So I'm going to put another float valve there. Same again, and that full tank just be controlled. Just got to drain a bit off. I need to be able to get a hole drilled at the back of that one there. And then I'll just stop this from condensing as well, because that's constantly running all the time. Doesn't need to be running once it's done what it's done, it can turn off. It's a bit of a poor design install, I'll be honest. Like, whoever said just to do that is crazy, but we'd sort it. I've got same again. So just a little fitting that goes straight onto there, onto my float valve. And straight to 10mm like that. Done. Easy as that. I do anything. I need to run up 50 litres, so I'm going to take time and do it. You see the water's going down now. Ready to get that pump tied, which will muscle tight, and just there at the back like that. Cut it down a bit. Work like that. Fill the bucket at a time and drain it off. So this is me next. This water heater in the stable is faulty, not working. We replaced it this a while ago. Gone again. Just showing signs of old use and leakage, and it's not the best, I'll be honest. So we're going to get this replaced now, stripped out, and put a new ventilator one in. Power supplies there, core mains there, so we're good to go. So just draining down now. I think I'm going to get the electrics disconnected. I'm pretty certain I'll have to drain it still as well, because I'll drain the water out there. The bonus of these is the copper line. They're simple, just an open vent unit working on it. But again, I don't think they're that efficient now. There's too much heat loss through these as well, especially. So I'll have to get this immersion disconnected underneath there. Ready for electricians to wire it in as well. To be fair, what I can do now. I'll check we've got power and everything there, but I can. Dimensions there. I can drain it off from there. What I'll do, most probably honest with you, I'm just going to wind that out, and that should just come. No, I should clear that tap. Let's just go for it. Not faffing today. We're getting it done. I've bent that forward. Give it 8. Oh, I don't know that, yeah. Just get that full unit drained in no time. Save the job. Now, so I've got the hot feed straight today. I'm going to put a new unit there with expansion stuff, electric feed there. I speak to the electrician just to get a feed up to it, but then she'll be good to go. So this is it. The little main, which I think's Bax's same company, water heater. So I've gone for the 10 litre because that's all I need. It's going to come out of it at 50 degrees, so there's more if it's just to wash things down. Like I said, it's only 1.8 to 2.2 kilowatt, so not too bad. So I'll get this put on the wall. It does come with fixings ready to hook onto there, so I'll have to make sure I use them. And I've got a temperature relief valve to go in as well, so I now need to check if I've got. So I'm disconnected electronically, safe, water's isolated, all done. I can undo these fixings now. And I can lift this unit out, get rid of this, and ready for the new one to be put on. Always clean your work area when you're ready to go again. Again, we've come here, I know it's a horse stables, but it doesn't take long to clean up. What I'm going to do, move this bit of wood down, move that up, and I've got a good fixing to go into again, because I need to be able to get to it electronically easy enough and then put there, then I can just come off my cord, all my components at the top and pretty straightforward. Right, you can see the size difference, look at that now. So, could have put it up higher, I'll be honest here, but I'm just working with the existing electric cable I've got now, so I can just wire that straight into that, which is obviously waterproof as well, and that's fine, it's totally fine where it is. It's a fully sealed unit, so no one actually see me. So what I'm going to do, my core main, I need to put a pressure reducing valve, check valve, expansion vessel, PRV, and obviously I can connect my cord straight to that. All the cord oil comes down here to feed the tap there. Then the hot pipe, I'm literally just going to take up the hots on the left. So I'm also just take it, pull a nice bend straight up, done, up and over. Get all this lagged as well. It wants lagging, do you know, a lot of heat loss in here. It's open to elements once it's freezing cold, so get that done now. So my third component is the 22mm with integrated 15mm reducers. So it's got a screen vent in there, pressure reducing valve with a pressure gauge. And the reason these put these on unvented scenarios is so the water stays at a consistent pressure, you know, it doesn't overpressurize. So I'm literally just going to cut that into there like that, and I'm going to come across with my check valve, expansion, the PRV on the end, because I'll drop that straight down to that sink, and that will literally just tap into there like that. So I'll get some bits out the van cutters and start getting that made up. That's the only one thing with him. It gets a bit volatile towards the end of it. Yeah, good, but anyways, Luke's rigging. Do you know what plumbing literally is that easy? So, as per manufacturing instructions, we've got our leave valve, coming to our pressure reducing valve, our check valve, expansion vessel. All I've got to do here is put a T here, so the cord can just drop straight into there. Then on the end, I'm just going to put my PRV, pressure relief valve, and that's just going to literally drop down and terminate into the sink. Well, most of it terminate to the waste, to be fair. But simple as that, I can get all this lagged up, done. The hot just needs to literally come. I'm going to kick it on the back like that and bring it down the side there and pick up off that. So I'll just get a socket onto there and then pull a nice little bend, get it up past it and lag it all. But plumbing really is that easy. And then after I have this one, I've got to look at commercial 100 kilowatt boiler. So it just shows you how varied our day can be. So this is where I'm at now. So I've got my hot feed in now. Cheeky little pass over there, just get past that wood. It comes up. And I've bent it straight in like that with a kick. So if you look from up there now, you see, it'll just drop straight. It's a minimalistic fittings, so these plastic fittings that go onto here, I don't like them, but someone on YouTube found, rightly so, if you put copper strut on there, it's to break up the electrolysis or something like that from corrosion. So the plastic one's gone first. Luke's just picking up some brass ones now that'll go straight from their stair with a Mac Press M&F. And that's where this will drop my cold straight in. Then this can be lagged up, the PRV can come off and just drop into that sink like I say, like it did before. So I'm gonna get a bit tired up now because I've got gear sprawled all over. Bit tired up. I'm also wiring it in now as well, while I'm waiting for these fittings to come, but I've done as much as the prep work as I can to make it easy, and it's only 2 o'clock. Look, it happens to the best of us. Got about 8 joints, and I've got 1 leak, 2 leak, 3 leak, 4, 5, 6. That's because though, when I've been manoeuvring this to put it in, it's obviously giving way, so I'll just nip them all up again. I've pasted the joints and done stuff, but I knew that would happen anyway. Again, structurally, that's absolutely solid, not going nowhere. So, pretty straightforward, really, but let's get it done in now. Do you know what I mean? Get it done. Right, so we're done. Hot water heater's in. Oh, I need to do that. Don't forget that, Murphy. Just need to get that put in there, so I'll do now. But, see, she's all done. What do you think of that, Luke? It's a bit pointless and bits of lag in there, isn't it? But
No one cares, mate.
I know, but you cover the full valve, it looks rubbish, but you can see how tired it is, mate.
It looks horrendous.
Proper Caprani install, look at that.
Looks like a shit dumbbell.
Mate, you haven't got it in yesterday to install like that. So I've come to assist Loki on a set of taps, because these taps are knackered. So, we're going to put quarter lever taps in on this one. Just make it easy for the client, basically. So, literally, can't go on quarters like that. Boom. Oh, the bath taps, mate. Blow wet, were they?
No, they're not even muppet.
I know, you didn't even know then. You had to question yourself, didn't you?
I was checking the
And this is Luke's bag. He's sporting the Tech OTMC, same one I've got. Pretty much same now. I like them, what he's got. Plum Like Tom, if you watch it. Give us a shout out, mate. But he's got one of these. Is that your 28 or 22?
22.
Yeah, I need to get them. I like them. The single ones like that, I think they're real good. Where do you get the single ones from?
Amazon, I've sent you the link.
Yeah, you need to resend, mate. I'm that busy, mate. Oh, look at them Nipexes. I've got them 300s. Fair play, mate. You've got some decent tools, Joe.
I know.
And then it's you look and you think you have, and then you look like, what are these?
They're my sweating off ones.
No, fair. Still shit.
Looks.
What else have we got in here? Let's have a little look. No, to be fair, it's not a bad bag. I don't think it's bad. What's this? Hacksaw no blade. Mint. Yeah, fair play, mate. Not a bad little bag. Look, you passed the test. Thumbs up, lad.
As if I can.
So, Nearad, if you're watching this, eat your heart out. This is Luke's 30 quid set. And to be fair, that's not bad, mate.
Hey, there's no wrong with that for 30 quid. You don't need a tool.
But if Nearad want to send you one out for free,
I'm happy. But to be fair, that's alright.
yeah, it's not bad, that. Fair play to you, mate. Respect. Right, guys, I'm signing out. Luke's just finishing up now. We're done. We didn't get onto the 100 kilowatt boiler. That will be a video for next week. Now, we've still got one of the main burners working. There's one down, but again, the weather's not so bad. It isn't doing hot water as well. It's only doing the heating. Is it air handling units, that? It is air handling units, isn't it? Underfloor with air handling. Meadows.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not critical. It's working on 100 kilowatt farm now. It usually works on like a slave tank, like I say, but that's me done for today. I'm not in work tomorrow. My daughter's school is on strike, so next video will be Friday. Peace out.